All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I don't want Ratazah to be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And it's going to be super quick, man. Super quick. Various topics. Might be a little bit all over the place. I don't want Ratazah. It comes together and makes sense. The main thing that I want to spotlight is this documentary. I put it up in my post. I highly recommend you go check it out for yourself. Very edifying. As you can see, one of the comments, it says, who else right now is binging hard on Great Depression documentaries? And when you click on it, it says, because basically it's what we're going through right now. Okay. We're in unprecedented times, uncharted waters. And when I watched this documentary, it was so many similarities to what's going on right now. I just give you a couple off the top. The brother Zakaria always says, Esau is a one-trick pony. Sleazy E isn't that smart, man. He's not that smart. It's just that he's accomplished a diligent search. And he has all the records. And basically, you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He does the same play over and over, down to the T. When you check out this Great Depression documentary, you're going to see, you're going to hear familiar names that were involved in the stock market crash of 1929, i.e. J.P. Morgan. Okay? That name is going to be thrown around. What else? You're going to see that, no coinky dink, the Republicans were the party that were, in the office when this happened, I mean, it's uncanny. It's uncanny how the similarities, especially in regards to, I'm pretty sure, I'll come back to that. Already how the stock market surged yesterday. Last I checked, it's kind of downward spiraling, but that's to be expected. What you see happening right now is showing you how dire times, that we're in dire times, man. Shit is real bad. What you're seeing is the volatility of the stock exchange. People are uncertain; they don't know what to do, and the narrative around, anyone that's in the know, they're saying it was heavy insider trading, it was market manipulation. It's skullduggery. But when you check out this documentary, you're gonna find out that's exactly what happened. And I've been saying, Esau Edom is trying to control the collapse. When you go check out the NASDAQ and you go check it out, the stock market has hit its peak already. For the last couple months, it's already hit the stock exchange. It's hit its peak. The numbers don't lie. The stock market is trending down. It's crashing. But they're trying to control the collapse. And the same thing they did in 1929. What did they do? They injected a whole bunch of money into the stock market to try to rally the confidence of the people, because the stock market is crashing because people are losing confidence, because people are losing confidence. People are, that's a sure way to crash the economy. Uncertainty. People people don't know what to do. They don't know what's going to happen with the tariffs. Oh, Trump, he's a double-minded man. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. He's looking crazy. He's looking like a madman. 90 days, this man can change his mind overnight. So people are on edge. Okay? But if you pay attention to the NASDAQ, it's trending down, man. We've been said that this is a big bubble that needs to be popped. And Esau is trying to control the collapse. He really stepped in it when he opened his big mouth against China, putting tariffs on it. He stepped in it, man, which I believe is all by design. He's bringing in this chaos to collapse this fiat system to usher in this new digital system. I believe they're all in cahoots, but it's going to spiral out of control. I just keep going back and forth because I don't want the screen to lock up. And you could pause the video. You could, I'm not going into these things. All right. But we living in beautiful times. I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to speak too much. Matter of fact, that leads me to the first precept. 2 precepts I'm going to bring out. And the first precept is going to be in Amos chapter 5. The prudent man is going to keep silent because it's an evil time. What more can I say, man? Like, really, the famine of the word, the spirit been on me I'm winding down, bro. Like, I ain't too much to be said, Go to them that buy and sell, Go to them that buy and sell. Unless the spirit jump on me, that's the only one I'm really going to say. That's the only time you should be speaking anyway, is when you're compelled through the spirit. And you shouldn't be forcing the spirit, But I was watching, sidebar, I was watching a little bit of Elder Apostle Tahar. He was going into Moab and Edom, Washpot. And he was going into how he can't stop buying. He was telling a little story. It was funny. And this song came to mind, the NSYNC, Baby Bye Bye Bye. And I remembered the video. And when you check the video out, you're going to see that they were puppets. They were puppets. A lot of these videos are, they're done by the elites, man, and it's coded messages. But yeah, that's a demon, like Elder Apostle Tahar said. That consumer demon, that's a demon. Buying unnecessary things, it's a heavy spell. And Esau Edom works hard to put that spell on you. I mentioned before, there's a documentary, I can't remember what it's called now, but there's a documentary on Netflix going into the consumer market and how it's all designed that way to keep everything is a trap, as we've been saying, and it's a spell that's on you. The commercials, the algorithm, the ease of buying things, it's all designed that way to keep you in debt. It's a demon. That consumer, it's a demon. Baby, bye, bye, bye. It's a spell on you, And that's really the spell of a woman. That's the spirit of a woman that's on you, man. Fuck you, women can't, and that's going to be the downfall of these Babylonians. They can't stop consuming. Even when things are bad, even when a rational mind tells you not to buy, you can't stop buying. But it's designed that way. It's all witchcraft, sorcery. It had great thought, great care came into this whole, the whole consumer market. Those are people's lives, jobs, livelihoods, man. The different colors to attract you, the different restaurants pumping out different smells like Burger King. It's a heavy witchcraft in Esau's world, man. And it's all about really keeping you in debt. Hence, the came out about the DoorDash. Now you can make payments. All these things to keep you in debt. Yeah, you got to watch that shit, man. You got to watch it. That consumer, it's a demon. And now that you're cognizant of it, a lot of especially when you're scrolling on the internet and going to the store, everything, it's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit, And in the times that we're coming into, you don't need to be spending like that, because this bitch is about to crash. If you have eyes to see, things are about to get real fucking bad. Okay? All over the place, like I said. The main thing I wanted to spotlight this video, but I was listening to that, made me laugh. Baby, bye, bye, bye. He said, talking about the Pumas. Yeah, everything is, it's just a big spell, man. This place got to be destroyed. This place got to be destroyed, man. It's evil, very evil. Very evil, and everything is not what you all. How do I say it? It's all illusions. Like you really you ain't getting no fucking deal. It's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. Anyway, I wanted to go into Amos 5 and 13, right? and the spirit jumped on me to go look it up in the NLT. And look what it says in the NLT. And we know it because we always go into Amos 5 and 10, right? They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, right? That's in the KJV. But look what it says in the NLT. And that's going to lead me to my final precept, which is James chapter 5. I'm going to NLT. I was supposed to bring it out in my previous video or one of my other videos, and it completely slipped my mind. So I'm going to close out with James chapter 5 in the NLT. Again, the main thing was that go watch that documentary about the 1929 stock market crash. Uncanny, you know, and we're heading for a Great Depression. We've been in a recession. Don't believe the narrative. We've been in a recession. Shit is bad, and shit about to get exponentially worse, you know? And you can tell by the volatility of the stock market, and it's bullshit. It's a lot of insider trading. It's a lot of bullshit going on, you know? They're manipulating the markets to try to instill some form of confidence in the people. Because when the people truly catch on to what's going on, there's going to be blood in the streets. There's going to be sedition, as the scriptures say. Amos 5 and 10 in the NLT. How you hate honest judges. How you despise. I never read it in the NLT. I was like, wow. It brought to mind James chapter 5. How you hate honest judges. How you despise people who tell the truth. That's majority of you Babylonians, man. Majority of the people in the world. They can see what's going on, but they can't accept it. It's too hard of a pill to swallow. Like Richard Wolff said, the empire is failing. The empire is it's a dying empire. You people refuse to wake up to reality because you got a heavy spell on you. You got a heavy demon on you. Primarily a capitalistic consumer demon on you. You can't stop consuming. You can't stop buying because of Esau's witchcraft. It says, you trample the poor, stealing the grain through taxes and unfair rent. So now this is really going into the elites, man. Everything they got is through fraud. Heavy taxation, you know, rent, unfair rents. You're not even getting paid with real money. Unjust weights, you know. Debt-bearing notes. It says, therefore, though you build beautiful stone houses, you will never live in them. Though you plant lush vineyards, you will never drink wine from them. For I know the vast number of your sins and the depth of your rebellions. You oppress good people by taking bribes. All your politicians, all the people that you look for to run this country and look for to govern things, you know, they're all compromised. Your senators, your governors, you know, these different politicians, they're all compromised, man. They're all bought and paid for. And a gift destroyeth the heart. A bribe stoppeth the mouth. They're not really telling you the truth. These news reporters, they're all bought and paid for, man. Okay? And they're bought and paid for by the elites. It says, you oppress people by taking bribes and deprive the poor of justice in the courts. This whole system is meant to keep you imprisoned. Keep you a debt slave. You know? The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is subject to the lender. Your job is to keep borrowing, keep consuming, consume so much you're going to go into debt, go into credit card debt, you know, get into debt where you can't get out of it. You're drowning in debt. Now they got you by the balls, the cojones, you know, and now you know, keep you on that hamster wheel. So it says, so those who are smart keep their mouth shut, for it is an evil time. That's the point. Because really, you don't want to hear the truth, man. All the tools, all the information, all the news is out there for you to figure out what the hell is going on. All you got to do is do the math. All you got to do is use a little bit of critical thinking. But you don't want to use your brain. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to hear slides. You want to hear smooth nothings. All right? And it's going to get to the point where you're going to start to resent. The more and more your society collapses around you, the more and more your life turns to shit, the more you're going to resent the men that are telling you the truth. That's why the famine is going to come. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to withdraw his men. He's going to cause our tongues to cleave to the roof of our mouths, because you don't really want to be edified, man. You want to be entertained. You want to be told a pipe dream. You want to hear everything is going to be all right. You want to hear, yeah, the stock market rose, man, it's rising again. I knew they were, everybody, please don't let those crazy niggas in the corner be right. That's what you're really thinking. Please don't let those black Hebrew Israelites be right. You know? A lot of you are in denial and you refuse to wake up out of that fucking spell. Hey, man, you refuse to wake up from Babylon's enchantments. But the beautiful thing is there's no enchantment against Jacob. This truth has set us free. What did I say? James. Close out with James. All over the place. A little bit of a rant, yeah, but it is what it is, man. Again, I wanted to read this the other day in the NLT. The KJV is fire, but the NLT is fire too. Close out here. Baby, bye, bye, bye. That fucking song stuck in my damn head now, And go check out Elder. I didn't even finish it. That I was watching. I had to, go through this lesson. Because beautiful times. All you got to do is follow the money. And all the documentaries, all the warnings are there, man. All the warnings are there. History repeats itself, right? No new thing under the sun. Why is that? First and foremost, reincarnation is biblical. You keep coming back in your lot, and you keep coming back doing the same things. And then on top of that, Esau is not that goddamn smart. He has a play that's He has a play that's working. He gonna keep running it till it don't work no more. You see? And that's what happened. This play ain't working no more. He stepped in it. It worked in the past, but it ain't. Why? Because it's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's will. His purpose is to destroy Babylon. His purpose is to destroy this place. Esau is trying to control the collapse. He's trying to control the narrative. He wants the chaos, but he wants to control the chaos. He wants the chaos on his terms. No, it's going to be on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's terms. That's why China's like, all right, nigga. Bet, it's up. You ain't got the cards no more, Wayne Brady. You sadly mistaken. The cards ain't it. First and foremost, they ain't playing fucking poker. They play. It's a whole nother game being played, chess, and you ain't got the pieces. And China, it looked like China gonna do the rope-a-dope. China's on the ropes, but they ain't really on the ropes. They rope-a-doping your ass, man. Finna knock your ass out. Cause you unstable. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You looking crazy. And that, again, that's a sure way to collapse this economy, to collapse this stock market. People don't know where to put their money. People don't know if to start building again. They don't know if to buy, not to buy. A lot of, people don't know if to bail out of their 401ks, wait, ride the roller coaster all the way to the top. Niggas don't know when to jump off, jump on. That's why you're seeing the volatility. The volatility is a sign of the times. Something real fucking bad is about to happen. Real fucking bad. And it's going to, just like 1929, it's going to catch you people off guard. And all the signs were there. But you refuse, you hate him that rebuketh at the gate. James 5:1. Warning to the rich. Look here, you rich people, weep and groan with anguish because of all the terrible troubles ahead of you. It's about to be sedition in the streets. When people have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And they're going to take it out on these politicians, these leaders. Once they realize how deep the rabbit hole goes, how they've been bamboozled, they're going to lose it, man. It says, your wealth is rotten away, and your fine clothes are moth-eaten rags. Your gold and silver have become worthless. Silver and gold shall not deliver you in the day of wrath. It says, the very wealth you were counting on will eat away your flesh like fire. This treasure you have accumulated will stand as evidence against you on the day of judgment. For listen, hear the cries of the field workers whom you have cheated of their pay. When you go on social media, you go on Twitter, you go to the comment section of these different videos, you see how everybody's like, they're basically calling for this man's head, man. Impeachment. They're saying he's a gangster, it's fraud, insider trading, bullshit, you know, market manipulating. Even your own constituents, your own people turning against you. The MAGA people, they looking at you sideways. Your allies looking at you sideways. I saw a tweet from Canada, some Canadians. They said even though he took away the tariffs on them, they said, "No, we still don't trust you. We still boycotting everything from America." And all over the place. But China got deep invested values, interests with these different nations. You had the China Silk Road all throughout Africa. China was building up infrastructure all throughout the Caribbean. China is heavily invested in these different nations, man. And not to mention, China's not by themselves. China is backed by another superpower, Russia, Gog and Magog. And notice, Russia just been quiet. The BRICS been, they just been chill. It's the rope-a-dope. They've been watching. They've been letting you self-destruct. You looking like a madman. You looking crazy, unstable, and you can't be trusted. You're heading for self-destruction. You see? And everybody's onto you. Everybody's onto this devil. Everybody's slowly but surely waking up to the bullshit, to the fraud, to all the fraud, but they really don't realize how deep the rabbit hole goes. For listen, hear the cries of the field workers whom you have cheated of their pay. Usury, ibatyat, heavy debts, pledges, this whole system, fraud. It says, hear the cries of the field workers whom you have cheated of their pay. The wages you held back cry out against you. The cries of those who harvest your fields have reached the ears of the Lord of Heaven's armies, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the Lord of hosts, right? It says, you have spent your years on earth in luxury. Again, this is talking about the wicked elite, the oligarchs, You have spent your years on earth in luxury, satisfied. They said allegedly some dude, he invested $1 million, and when he bought like they say, buy the dip. He bought the dip. He spent like $1 million, and then within a couple hours he was worth 33 million. Fraud, insider trading, market manipulation. You have spent your year, and then that's why. Which I told the brothers, I knew it was going to go back down again, because they jumped in. It's called pump and dump. Classic. Look, Google pump and dump. Classic pump and dump. It's a race to the bottom. It's a race. This bitch is going to collapse. It's collapsing right in front. It's been collapsing, but they're trying to control it. They're trying to put fake confidence. They're trying to he's doing all this last witchcraft that they can. Again, hence. You got to watch the documentary on 1929 stock market crash. The same shit is going on. You have spent your years on earth in luxury, satisfying your every desire. You have fattened yourself for the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed innocent people who do not resist you. They're simple, man. And the simple believeth every word. They trust you. They're sheep. The people are sheep, man. But hey, they about to turn to wolves. And that's pretty much the point, because again, every time I think about fraud, I think about James chapter 5, I'll read it in the NLT and the KJV. Behold, the high, is that the what I want? Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. This whole system is based upon fraud. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of hosts, Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, it's time for you to pay. Time for you to pay the piper. And you ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And guess what? The prudent man is going to keep silent. What more can I say, man? You know, the evidence is overwhelming. It's time for you to get fully persuaded in your own mind. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You got a question, open your mouth. Closed mouths don't get fed. You know? Hey, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep watching, keep praying. We're close. Close. Our redemption is nearer than even we believe. Salvation truly is nigh. Something real fucking bad is about to happen. Just wait. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam Nasharallah.